Obviously I'm in quite a privileged position where I can grab the great weather when it comes along and just go, but really you won't get Scotland in finer shape than this. This is my southern Cairngorms or Grampian strip, Blair Atholl to Kingussie, up Glen Tilt, along Geldy Burn and down Glen Feshie. That's the broad outline of the trip, and then I'm adding in a few mountains along the way. Solo wild camping in wilderness is all the rage. I'm back on Cameron McNeish's Scotland's National Trail. Previously, I hiked and filmed a good route from Callander to Aberfeldy, also on my YouTube channel. But this time, longing for wilderness after lockdown, May 2021, I've selected the section from Blair Atholl to Kingussie. 3 days per most hikers, with the occasional train to take you from end back to start. But last time I felt I should have added Ben Vorlich, if you recall, so I have optional mountainous add-ins. My concept is tramp the bottom sections, the valley floors, in full kit and take in the Munro tops fast and light. So that's just crossing the river on a big old bridge. There's quite a lot of water. I think you'd cross that if you had to. So I'm making pretty good progress. Still next to the river. Changed for sunnies, put on a bit of sun cream. There's an awful lot of cars coming up here, including lots of minibuses that are empty and lots of kind of Jeep things that are full. One of the vans that came past was called Movie Line. I'm just beginning to wonder whether there's a movie being made up in the glen at the top. Here come another two. Bet the van's empty. The minibus has been numbered. The highest number so far is number 26. Beginning to see where all that traffic has been going. Big tent up ahead. I think I'm going to sequester my rucksack in this wood and nip up my mountain. So that's the valley I've come up. This is Ben Below. Lots of ridges to come down into my valley. You can see that's the plan. Here's today's path. Rather a fine path. Sorry, I'm a little bit sweaty. I've come with I've stashed most of the rucksack, just water and waterproofs. It's like the Land Rover path ahead. It came up a shoulder that my guidebook said wasn't very pretty. Been rather bulldozed through. So I preferred this path, which I've really enjoyed. That's me at the top of my first of my potential 3 Munros. Benaglow in the distance is a bigger Munro. This is just my wee one that I've done sequestering my pack. But you can see, having left the valley of the River Tilt, Glen Tilt as it's known, we've got that feeling of remoteness that I love. Carnashlemain, 963 metres. Good chance to have a look around, get my orientation. Right, better not dawdle. We drink and back. Down. There was another guy who reached the summit from a different route, the shoulder route, just as I had finished filming on top, saying I was 2 kilometres away from anyone. And he's explaining what all these vans are for. So there I was planning a 4 or 5 day wilderness trek, only to find they're filming the next episode of Star Wars at the top end of my valley. So it's probably as busy as it's been since the Duke of Atholl had it cleared during the clearances. You've got to admit, it's pretty classical Scotland. So far I haven't been bitten. That's not classical Scotland. I'm beginning to look for a campsite. It's just gone 6:15. It's daylight till 9:30, and last night I reckoned when I was going to bed you could still be sitting up 10 to half 10. We'd quite like to be grassy and flat. Don't think it's going to rain, so that would be my preferred idea, with a bit of running water nearby. Maybe not the big river, it makes too much noise. Look at that. There's somewhere near that. A bit of a wee shower. Let's just review the campsite. One tent, flattish. Not bad, not boggy. Where those sheep are, fresh running water down the streams. The sheep seem to be surviving, and they're all drinking from them. And I've walked them up 30 metres. No sign of the proverbial dead sheep further up the hill. 30 metres is about enough. Here's my bath. I'm about to strip off and just wash away the salt in there. And I've got a nice way down to it. This campsite's amazing. I've got everything. Here's my usual mucky stuff. And then I'll get my soup on the go. Get my pasta and pesto. Change my clothes. Quite happy with this. It's even got a beautiful little, got a view up this valley here, and that river just coming out over there, and then that's the way we've come. It's absolutely spectacular. Boy, done good. And just that area I was camped in last night, I had a wee look at the map. Had I gone across the River Tilt and up that valley, I would have come to Loch. I've eventually begun on day 2. Haven't been very fast out of the blocks today. Comes as no surprise, I've got quite a short day in the plan. Folds of Tarf are really something, aren't they? Might have camped there last night, didn't quite reach it, 2 kilometres short. And I thought, well, why not do a bit into camera? Yeah, a nice precarious spot, because that's what the name's all about. You know, if you're going to die, then do it taking a selfie. That seems to be everybody's idea. So I've just come off the River Tilt, up to pretty much its source, the Loch Tilt. This is 700 metres off my path, but I thought was worth a look. Thought about camping up here, not seeing a lot of grass, a lot of heather and a lot of wet. We're getting close to that point, the pass from Glen Tilt into Glen Geldy, I suppose. There's a wee pass, then down to Byneck Lodge, and then fording the river Geldy. That's the next bit of the plan. That's the first fighter that's come over. I thought they might not fly because they're filming in Glen Tilt. I thought they might have had a word with the RAF. So that is me now across the Geldy burn. Got both poles out, that's really why I brought them, and didn't get wet, and didn't even change into trainers and commit to getting them wet. I went for it in my boots and I got away with it. I would have filmed it, of course, being a precarious filmer, only there were 2 cyclists watching me and that seemed a bit vain. So another river crossed. I'm not going to do that when I get on film because it was a bit iffy, but crossed quite easily once I'd taken the plunge. but I've met a cyclist. He said this one was crossable with stones. The one across to the Geldie is not. So it could be a case of I've got a plan for that, but I've also got time on my hands, so I can really scout about for a crossing place. So inside the tent, it's pretty messy, so I better not show you that. And I'm trying out my new microphone-y thing again. Let's go and have a wee look around. Here's tonight's tent site. One tent. There's the old lodge up on the hill, and there's a kind of barn. I'm calling this underpant drying and trainers drying. That was my river crossing. Put the trainers, they dry quite quickly, but just as this is an experiment, let's see how that does. There's another couple up at the lodge. I've had a fantastic day today. I even bought this microphone. I wonder if it works. Maybe the jacket's too shiny. Tonight's experiment, next experiment, is trying the GPS alarm. I failed to get up early today, so I'm going to try again tomorrow. But I love my campsite. New day. I'm up quite early. I'm away before 8. Can't quite believe it. I set the GPS alarm, which I've never done before, for 7 o'clock, and it worked. So might make the most of today, unlike yesterday. So the GPS, having rewarded itself, has now got pride of place. Very still night, not even a rustle in the tent. There was, when I went to bed, some kind of animal right underneath my pillow. Made a nice huge noise, so I'm guessing, I'm not really guessing, I don't know. Mouse, mole, something of that order, getting out, finding itself under a tent. But thereafter, silence. Just path avoiding the peat hags. Yeah, it's nice. Oh, I'm getting there. This is just a wee pause for what I think is a summit bush. Nice to be out. Nice to be having a bit of an adventure. So that's my first summit of the day. Top of Carn and Fiddler, the fiddle player. And the guidebook talks about a throne at the top. I think this could be it. Looks pretty dandy as a shelter. So, there's a few people on the hill, and they're staying the night. It's not last night's people. I anticipated that. That's partly why I camped half a kilometre away, down by the bigger river. Thought I would get it more to myself. Would feel a bit more wildernessy, which is my object. Let's not forget. In May, in Scotland, there are no midges. It's idyllic. Okay, this could be sand. The sun could be over Portugal. Neil's got Glasgow Whisky Club tonight, and I'm a a bit jealous of that. And I bet he won't be jealous of me, sat here enjoying a gorgeous afternoon, having climbed 2 Munros, touch of snow left on the tops. It's too hot inside the tent at 4:30 in the afternoon in the Cairngorms in Scotland at a decent altitude. It's too hot to go and have a wee snooze. I'll be left having one here on the beach. But I've had a good wash in the stream, let's just put it like that. Ain't life grand?